He completes the line for the Gold Cup. They're all in. And off. Racing then for the Gold Cup, and Hindu Kush is out very quickly and is going to adopt the front-running role. Centennial niggled along to chase. Yates quickly drops in just behind the leader. Just kept a little wider in the early stages is Veracity. They're being tracked by the red cap of Sagara towards the inside. Patkai hasn't settled very well, and notably, Frankie Dettori is keeping Veracity wide of the other runners through the first few furlongs. Washington Irving on the outside of Geordieland, and Eastern Anthem in the noseband is last of all. So Hindu Kush leading from out a little deeper. Veracity with Yates disputing second place in the darker blue jacket. Centennial is on the fence in yellow and red just ahead of Sagara in the red cap. Patkai still quite keen in sixth place ahead of Washington Irving. Geordieland and still Eastern Anthem is at the rear of the field. So Hindu Kush continuing to lead. Yates has moved off outside the leader to ensure that not being able to be pocketed by Veracity, who's still racing a little wide as they continue to make their way up the straight for the first time. Centennial comes next ahead of Sagara, then towards the inside the white face pale colours of Patkai, Washington Irving, the grey Geordieland and Eastern Anthem. So Hindu Kush racing up past the grandstands in the grey colours. Yates in the centre of the leading trio. Veracity is out wider, the blue colours with the white face. Centennial comes next. Behind these we have Sagara. Patkai is in sixth place from Washington Irving, Geordieland, and last of all is Eastern Anthem. And now Veracity is going to cross Yates and move through to sit second outside Hindu Kush. So Hindu Kush begins the turn down towards the final mile and a half, leading by about a length and a half from Veracity in second. Yates is now positioned on the outside of Centennial. They dispute third place. Sagara is in fifth ahead of Patkai, who's half a length away on the inside. Then in seventh is Washington Irving. No move yet from Geordieland, who will play his cards late. And Eastern Anthem is last of all. So they're running downhill. And out in front, Hindu Kush setting an even pace from Veracity in second place on the outside. Centennial on the inner of Yates. Those two dispute third position. Patkai's partner is Sagara, and still 2 by 2 we find Geordieland on the inside of Washington Irving, and at the rear of the field is Eastern Anthem. So down the side of the course there's been a little change in the order. It is no more than an even pace. Hindu Kush with Veracity passive outside the leader in second place. Centennial comes next with Yates. They've disputed third for the last half mile. Patkai continues to race keenly. Further indication it's not a frenetic gallop. Sagara is in sixth. Geordieland has moved past Washington Irving, and still at the rear of the field is Eastern Anthem. So they're turning at the far end. We're inside the final mile or so of the Gold Cup, and out in front we still have Hindu Kush, who's made every yard of the running. Veracity's continued to race in second. Yates on the outside of Centennial, then Patkai and the red cap of Sagara. Geordieland, Eastern Anthem's now relegated Washington Irving to be the back marker as they make their way up with 6 furlongs to travel. Hindu Kush with Veracity moving up a little more menacingly now, and Yates covering Veracity's move to improve 3 wide. Centennial comes next. Behind these Sagara and Patkai, Washington Irving has dropped away very tamely. So Veracity moving now to take up the lead for the first time. Yates, Johnny Murtagh just niggling along in second place. Centennial is back in third. Then comes in fifth place Sagara from Patkai and Geordieland. Yates joins issue off the home bend and mixes it with Veracity and moves to the front for the first time. Centennial out of the pack. Patkai and Geordieland are waiting in the wings. So the man who wears the crown, Yates, kicks for one final thrust up the Ascot Straight in the Gold Cup. He found 4 lengths. Patkai and Geordieland are yet to play their hands, but Yates got first run. Can he cling on and make history? He leads by 4 lengths from Patkai, then Sagara. Back in 4th place is Geordieland. Yates leads by 3, entering the final furlong. Patkai in second, Eastern Anthem out wide. It's Yates trying to hold on and make history from Patkai. 150 yards to go, and Yates is not for catching. All class, one of the greatest stayers of all time, one of the greatest training performances of all time. 4 Gold Cups for Yates. In second place was Patkai. Geordieland third this year. Sagara was 4th. Eastern Anthem behind these Hindu Kush. Centennial, Veracity, I'm afraid, dismounted, and Washington Irving pulled up.